What's up, guys? We're in North Carolina at the RTR headquarters. It's a cold and rainy day, but I've got some exciting news to share with you guys, and I've got some exciting stuff to show you. Lots of exciting stuff. What's up, stranger?
What's going on, my friend?
How you doing?
Long time no see. I'm doing great. How you hanging?
I'm all right.
New Year treating you good?
Yeah, you know, a little jet lagged, but I'm here.
I feel that, man. I'm excited to show you what we've been doing in here.
Yeah.
We got some magic.
All right. What the heck is this thing doing here? Can I reveal your secret? Just the first thing in my video?
Sure.
The GTR that Vaughn owns that has been around me many times and I've tried to avoid including it or talking about it. What's the story with this thing?
Yeah, so I mean, as a lot of you know, I started, or may not know, I started driving S13 in FD. I've always loved GTRs, especially R32. So when we started to build the Mach-E 1400, I wanted to get a car that was mechanical, all-wheel drive, that I could practice, because I knew I was going to be doing lap attacks and stuff in the Mach-E. So I bought this, built it, but somehow this build took longer than a one-off prototype spaceship.
I can't believe, like, are these 285s or
305s.
305 squared on a stock.
All the way around. So
is it stock body or is it widened?
It's all hand widened just to fit these tires. PPG sequential, fully built RB.
This thing is sick.
But I had to do it right, and so I sold my Ford GT and I painted it the same color, leadfoot gray, which is also the same color as my Spec 5. So little memory there.
I was promised one time that I was going to get to drive it, and I think that day Chelsea broke it. Is that what happened, or did you break it?
I think I broke it. Our catch can that we had was not working, so it was blowing oil everywhere at the track, so we couldn't have fun in it.
It's a very, very good looking car, though. You did a really good job. I like the color and the wheel choice.
Thank you.
Everything is.
I do have to give a shout out to Miss Chelsea DeNova's wife, who found me these wheels.
She be finding everybody wheels.
Dude, like, she is so good.
A lot of my wheel collection comes from Chelsea's wife.
Yeah, and
like,
she's a hustler too. If
she's
trying to buy something, you're definitely getting beat up on the price. Have you seen this before?
What is it?
This is the RTR-C. So this is our first like RTR build. We launched RTR at SEMA with this car and the blue prototype. But we basically took this car, and this was basically all this car is 100% carbon. These are the molds that were from our 2010 FD cars. But yeah, all the seams match. I got the inspiration from a Zonda to make like all the seams of the carbon match and line up.
So, oh yeah, I mean it's pretty light. So there's no metal behind it. It's just actually just a carbon body.
Yeah, everything. We cut all the quarter panels off, the A-pillars off. Everything is.
Yeah, no Bondo in here.
No, it's all carbon. It's all carbon. You can see where it matches up right here. That's still metal. That's still unibody.
That's super cool.
I sold it at Bear Jackson because I needed some cash to help buy my Ford GT at the time. And the guy that bought it called me and was like, you know, I really didn't know who you were, what your brand was, but I loved your passion, so I bought your car. But now that I know you, you need this back. So I just bought it back from it, literally just got back. So
I'm hoping that'll be the case someday. I'll be like super successful, and then some guy who owns my first GT3 RS will come and try to sell it back to me.
Hey Adam, I wanna do that instead of like selling it for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I don't know, I'm so sentimental with cars. You know what I'm saying?
I learned very early on to not get attached to cars. My dad was a used car salesman.
Ooh.
So, and I've crashed enough of them, so I don't get attached to cars anymore.
Well, that's good. All right. So before we dive into this thing, I feel like I've got to spill the beans.
Spill them.
I kind of got a little sidetracked with the GTR. As you guys know, I've talked about this quite a bit. When I originally joined Formula Drift, it was not intentional. I had the pleasure of a full FD car being built for me by Injuku, thinking that I could drive it with everyone at festival events, and I slowly learned that no one takes the big boy cars out unless they are doing actual driving in Formula Drift. So I wound up jumping into my first season in Pro Spec, later continued into Pro when they had the condensed schedule because it was only 4 rounds and I was still able to do all the other stuff that I wanted. But once I got to be a full season, it was a real challenge for me because it is a huge time commitment. There's so much energy, time, and knowledge that goes into running an FD program. And that was a huge reason why I joined one of the best teams in the world, RTR. Fast forward, it's been a great experience with RTR. Looking back at 2022, I'm super happy with how everything went. Running a program of this caliber and running in Pro 1 still takes a lot of time. It is a huge commitment, and that's why Formula Drift is the most prestigious drift series in the world. After the COVID year, I just said yes to absolutely everything that I could do, and I did so much last year in addition to FD. And this year, I've told you guys I'm trying to make a bigger focus on getting some life back and really picking and choosing the opportunities so I can be all in with everything that I do. One of them was a big decision to make, and I didn't even know it was a possibility, but Vaughn and I came up with a solution where I'm able to do a condensed series of Formula Drift Pro 1 this year. I don't know if you want to explain a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, you know, in general, right, I think last year was a great year, right? But you got to see what it takes. I mean, even though it's just 8 rounds of FD, all the other things that we had to do out of the year that justify, you know, the funds and the partnership budgets that we need to run FD at the level we do. And you know, with all the things that you have going on, in fact, I commend you for seeing, you know, your bigger picture and realizing that, you know, something had to give in order for what you want to do to be sustainable. And so, you know, we put our heads together and we figured out a way that you were going to be able to do a half season. We're going to maintain, you know, all of the amazing partners that supported you last year, right? Type S, Optima Batteries, Pennzoil, NGK, NTK, and obviously, you know, Nitto and some of our other awesome partners to enable you to kind of have a schedule that fits better and supports you with the other things that you have going on, right? Being a businessman, being a driver, and all the other initiatives that you have going on. So I think it's a perfect case scenario for you, and it works well for us. So it's, you know, no drama at all.
And especially after driving at Irwindale last year and finally feeling things click, I am amped up to drive this year, and the last thing I wanted to do was not compete at all. That was something that I will not lie, like went through my head at a certain point. When you get so burnt out, when you're traveling nonstop, I mean, you know how it is, like it almost becomes an all or nothing thing, and I'm glad that we were able to find a way to not make it all or nothing, to where I can still drive, because there are a lot of big changes. I don't know how much we'll be able to share with them in this video for the cars for next season, but like, I'm excited to hop back in and feel them.
It's going to be very different looking, very different in the way that they perform, and we're extremely pumped. The boys got a ton of work. You can see we've got this car here, this chassis fully pulled down, powder blasted, everything inspected, and then it's got to get repainted and obviously built into what it will be this year.
Now, does this mainly for like checking for cracks or things like that that you wouldn't see underneath the paint?
Yeah, this is a big transition year for us, so everything comes down, make sure that this, you know, this unibody and everything is still good, and you know, inspect everything, and then it'll get painted, and then the thrash begins.
Fresh paint on this thing. So we think this might be my car, but we're not sure. We're trying to inspect the dents and see who did what.
I don't have any of the guys to ask right now. I feel like this is yours because Chelsea dunked his car real hard last year. He had a big boot in Irwindale, so.
Oh, is that like when he went like airborne back there?
Yeah, his fuel cell got damaged and everything, so.
I'm not gonna tell you which rounds I am doing just yet because there is another huge piece of news that I can't announce for like another month or so, but there is one other huge change to the RTR team that I will be able to share with you guys later in this video, so make sure you keep watching. It's a good one.
It is a good one. And now I'm excited to show you what we've been working on. So, sorry in advance to your fans, we're not trying to tease, but there's only so much I can show right now. In the video, I want to show Adam everything, but actually showing you guys more than I've shown anyone to this point. So you can show this. So this is our development car that we've received from Ford. So we have, you can come around, it's not the front end piece, but just kind of show a little bit of our development process. So this is all, you know, 3D printed production stuff from the Mustang, 3D printed of ours, and then just give you an idea of kind of like some of the test things that we do when we're developing our product. So we do all of this in-house.
I couldn't get approval from Boss Man to show you the front. It looks sick. We can, however, show you the new duck build in development.
This is one of our spoiler concepts.
Looks like it just like snaps in place.
Yeah, I mean, it's all fitted up, all CAD designs, all surfaces. So this is how we, you know, go through the process. You can see this is all 3D printer material. We just burn through it. It's a lot cheaper than making a tool and making it, but it's crazy how intricate this stuff gets, right? You see it's all bolted together. We got, you know, receiving for all the lighting and everything just to make sure everything's right before we go to tooling. Because when you tool this, you know, we make everything in injection mold. and these tools are extremely, extremely expensive. So
Now, I told you guys there was one other big piece of exciting news, and this car right here is a third car being added to the roster for next year. You wanna say the big news?
yeah, we have another driver coming to the team, and I cannot freaking wait.
They're sick. Someone that I know, someone that is very skilled, and I'm excited to be on the team with. Is this another sneak peek here?
Yeah, this is, well, you see the front corner of what we're working on here. This goes, it works. This is not right.
Prototype.
Not true to form, but we started doing some carbon in-house actually because we had some challenges with some suppliers. So another cool thing here is a little power steering rack we're playing with. Well, we 3D printed this so that we could test, you know, how it works. Here's a dash if you want to see the dash. So this is a plug. Dash.
Are we switching to a new dash now?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We've had the
650, dude. New cars.
We've had the same dash for a while.
It's a long time. Oh, 2015. So yes, trunk mold, and this will get turned into a tool, and then turned into a part, and then it will go into the race car.
That's cool. I kid you not, there's gotta be like 8 simultaneous crazy projects going on, half of which I can't even show you. Vaughn, how big's the RTR team then?
We've got 65 people total, and I think about 50-ish are here in this building. So
That's incredible, man.
I pinch myself every day I come here, and it's just an unbelievable thing to have so many rad people that choose to spend their life doing what we do. So grateful.
It's a really cool spot, and I know I've got a plane ride to catch, but I was excited to get to share some info. I appreciate you helping me share the news.
Yeah, man. Stoked to have you, and 2023 is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to have some more fun with you, man.
You know it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you soon.